Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Factorio Megabus. We've got a couple of things that we need to do. We need to set up this production science assembling setup thing, but I have noticed while just having a quick wander around that the iron is starting to get a bit thin down here. And yep, it's all looking pretty dreadful. That is coming through really sparse and I don't like it. What's going on with that? I'm assuming it's going to be a supply of iron ore that is most likely just become a trickle. Copper's starting to get pretty dreadful as well. Yeah, iron ore supply is just pants right now. Okay, I've really let things run down rather poorly. How are things going with regards to our iron supplies over at our little mining outpost? Got one train coming in, so I'll take that over and go and have a look. I'm imagining that the main issue is that we've got, like, yeah, I could probably upgrade these inserters here to stack inserters that will help load things a bit quicker. But when they're at the other outpost, or when they're at the unloading station, they are getting emptied twice as quick as they're being loaded. So I've got two options that I could do. I could either split these belts to load from the other side as well, which might not be a bad idea because these belts here aren't running down. So you know what? We're just going to do that. Give me some more stack inserters. Okay, that should help things a little bit more. I guess I could put some passive providers down. That's just... they're not in a network range, but they can just act as chests, which is good. Oh, fine and dandy if you ask me. That should help with the throughput of things a little bit better. Yep, take me away. Come on. I'm sure that will just struggle on for as long as it possibly can, but we really are going to have to sort out a much more efficient train station. This copper's looking pretty shite as well. Just not enough miners. Okay, I'm going to get the production science set up, and then once that's done, I'll come along to fix up all of this, because it really needs doing. Really needs doing. It looks awful. Okay, so this line here is going to be having the production science packs on it. And I'm thinking what we could do would be to set things up so that the production science pack machines will be on the opposite side of their output belt. Well, we'll start doing everything from this side. We'll have the production science pack assemblers here, and then we could have the high-tech ones, which I think are going to be next. Yes, they'll be on the other side, just loading onto the opposite side of the belt. Kind of like what I've done with red and green. Pretty much this, but on a much bigger scale and far more convoluted. So what do I want to set up first? That's going to be the big question. Oh, things are being damaged over here. There's a gun that's not got any ammo in it. That's alright. Don't mind that too much. I think for starters, we could do the 3 gear machines for our assembling machine. So if we go from about here, maybe? So, assembling machine 1 and 3 gear machines. Oh, god damn it, I'm out of belts. I should be requesting these. I'm hoping that I've actually got them stuck into passive providers within logistics range. Knowing me, I've completely forgotten to do that. I reckon I have, yeah, there's no logistics network over this side. Come on, little bots. I know it's all slow and awful for you, but I think once I get this production science set up, we can start improving your speed. Probably should have just taken things manually, it would have been so much quicker. Oh no, things are getting blown up. God damn it, bugs. Right, I've got some turrets and ammunition. I'm going to go up here quickly and fix this hole in the wall. This hole in the defences. Eventually we'll start working on some improved power supplies so we can actually get some laser turrets in place. Stop having to rely on conventional weapons. Hopefully that will help things. There are a lot of bugs over there. We're already up to the big biters. This is going to be fun. Okay, now that we're back down here, we can actually sort this stuff out. So, gears going in there. Or iron going in there for the gears. And I'm going to output them over this side, I think. If that works. Kind of works. I think it works for me. And then we need iron and this isn't going to be running at full pelt. We don't need it running at every half a second. So iron and gears, I think, or iron and circuits, I'm going to put onto this belt. It should work fine. I need some more steel because I need more power poles. Again, another thing I should be automating. I don't want coal. Don't give me coal. It's loaded me up with a few batteries as well. That's just genius. Thank you. And I think I might put maybe like half a belt of iron on this as well, just to help out the... No, I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to need it. Let's take that off. I'm sure it will be fine without. So I'm going to do half a belt of iron, half a belt of circuits. I mean, I'm hoping that that's going to be enough. We're just kind of making things up as we go along right now. And that's fine with me. That's how I do a lot of things. That will get us some gears. That will get us an assembler every now and then. Yeah, it's not running full whack, but not too bad. We'll bring the belt down this way. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to put my 5 assemblers there for electric furnaces, which we're not even at the point of using in the factory. But we only need regular inserters to get these back out, which is good, because we don't need them... Well, they don't get made all that quickly, so we don't need to worry about them all that much. And for these, we need... I'm going to say half a belt of steel, half stone brick, and half a belt of red circuits. That should be more than enough. Oh, damn it, I only wanted half a belt of that. Did not want a full one. Yes, hello. That's going to have to go there. There we go. Right, that's the first couple of components for the purple science done. Marvellous. Let's put down some lights so we can see what we are doing, where we are going, and where we've been. What's next? Next is going to be electric engines. And I can't remember how many I was planning on making. Well, basically, 1 a second. That was the general plan, wasn't it? So, I need 10 electric engine units, 10 engine units. Okay, let's try and figure out something fun. Because these could just feed directly into each other. We are going to need some sort of piping for the electric engines. So you need steel, iron gears, and pipes. So you're going to need 2 belts over that side. You need electronic circuits and engine units, which are coming down this way. In fact, we could maybe do something a little more like this. No, because you're going to put it there, so the other assembler would have to be like that. So If we were to put you like that, then we're going to have an output there and underground pipe going like that. Yeah, I'd say that works for me. Pretty neat. Alright, I'm gonna make a little bit of a doubled up blueprint for this. That should work quite nicely. I think, anyway. Alright, let's go with this. This could be quite good. So, we are going to need a pipe and gear assembler. We only need one every second. So, one gear assembler and one pipe assembler should be more than enough. Another thing I'm going to copy, if I've got any empty blueprints. I don't. Give me a new blueprint. And I need to go and put some of the items into passive provider chests, because I haven't sorted that stuff out. But once I've got that sorted, the bots can just build things for me. And all I can say to that is, oh yeah. Take away some of this storage as well. Probably don't need all of it. Okay, great. I think I'm going to put some of the I'm going to put the research to rest for a little while, because I'm just wasting resources on stuff that I don't actually need or want right now. So that's going to be like that. We're going to bring in steel, half a belt on this line. Just enough space here to get steel off this line. Nice. Very nice. Bring that down like so. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. That will get me my electronic engines, 1 per second. Should do anyway. Oh, I haven't got any electric poles in the constructions in the Roboport network. None at all. So I'll just put these in by hand for now. But the robots can do everything else. There we go. It's all starting to work rather nicely. Now I need to bring in green circuits. Ah, just doesn't reach. Probably only need half a belt for this. Should be alright. I'll change it up if need be, but for now I could do with conserving materials. And, oh yes, pipes. Those aren't in the logistics network either. Let's go and sort that out. Right, there we go, that's got them sorted. Doop doop. Iron belts are starting to look a little bit better. Maybe that's because maybe that's because of the increased loading up here. Certainly seems to be. Seems to be doing an alright job. The inserter stack size bonus still hasn't been boosted all that much. So the stack inserters aren't transporting it, or aren't shipping as much stuff as they can. But these belts are starting to run down. That's a concern. A concern that I shall manage at some point or other. Eventually. Right, I need to bring this lubricant over so that we can get the electric engines being made. I'll just bring it along that far. And then we need to come down from here. Okay. And once the robots come along and plug in all of these pipes, we should be getting everything made. We are still missing a few belts. And an assembler. Come on, bots. Come on, you can do this. I know you can do this. So I think that's everything for production science packs. Yes, it is. Good. Right, now we can get our assemblers in place for these. Power poles are going down. We're waiting on the bots to deliver some inserters so that we can get the rest of the inputs sorted. But other than that, production science packs are in production. Fan-fucking-tastic. Let's get the belt over here. There we go. Awesome sauce. Bet nobody's heard that term in fucking forever. Alright. So, are there materials that we are lacking? We're kind of lacking on steel. That gear machine, or that inserter doesn't have power. Alright. Nice mess of power lines. We're doing okay for the assembling machines. That steel line is not coming in particularly quick, and I imagine again that's probably down to a lack of iron. I'll trace this belt back just to make sure. I mean, the whole thing's looking relatively... Oh, wait, hang on. Hello, yellow belt. Why are you here? Well, now that we've got production science packs on the line, I'm going to increase the worker robot speed. We can make a start on that as soon as we start getting production science packs into our little setup down here. And of course all that's yellow belt, so it all just kind of speeds down and then just goes... Alright, we'll be there in a minute. So, yeah, iron supply. Pretty bloody piss poor right now. But again, I think this is more a problem with the... Well, it's not so much more of a problem with what I've done as far as the scale of these smelting setups go. Like, this train unloader would not be able to support the amount of stuff that we need, really. But what I could do... Have I got any of these furnaces on me? I don't think I do. I'm going to disconnect all of these for the time being. I'm going to let this steel run down, and then we're going to rebuild it. Oh, wait, no, I probably should have done this a different way. I should have disconnected that. I'll reinstate all of these inserters. I'm just going to let this stuff run down, which is doing nice and quickly. So this lower belt is going to be fine. I'm not too worried about where that's currently lying. And I guess these inserters can stay where they are, actually. What we need to change are things from here going upwards. Because I want to do something a little more efficient, a little more kind of conservative on space. And then we're going to drag the whole thing out so that we have a full column of steel being produced. Still not going to be enough to support everything. But it should do for the time being. Right, now we are going to have a slightly different setup for things here. We're having 2 rows of smelters. And this is going to just kind of condense things down into a nice, reasonable setup. Right, so we're going to have... This first row is going to have a belt of iron and a belt of coal. It's going to be making iron plates. And iron plates are made at a fifth of the rate that... or 5 times the rate that steel is produced. But the unfortunate thing of not using electric furnaces for this yet is that we need... Well, these are direct feeding into the ones that are going to be making steel, but we can't transfer like the coal over, so we've got to have 2 belts running up the middle. One is going to be for providing coal, and the other is going to be outputting steel. And this is an awesome little setup. I absolutely love the way this is arranged. I think it's a really clever design. Obviously not one of mine. I've seen it used by various other people. I need to request those, and I need to request lots of stuff. But I'm currently not within a logistics range, am I? Bots, bring me things, please. I've been slowly upgrading your speed, so you shouldn't have any troubles in providing me with stuff. Never mind if they're having problems providing me with stuff, because I have too much stuff in my pockets. I'm going to auto-trash some of the things that I don't want anymore. Right, so all of this stuff needs to be torn up. I need to transfer these smelters down onto this next kind of row down, and replicate what I have been doing with the bottom row. And then I need to reinsert all of the inputs for the belts, and actually get power back to all of this, because I've disconnected it, and that's disconnected the unloading station for the iron, which is not the most kind of useful of things. Well, things are kind of back in operation. The iron supply is still pretty dire, but we are actually we're now producing steel once again. So I'll bring this down here so I can join up with the line to the main bus. I didn't want to pick up a logistics robot, but apparently I did. Back into the air with you, mate. It's trying to take away all this stuff from me. In fact, I'm going to stop them from auto-trashing the coal. I want to take it down to somewhere that it could be made useful. I think I've got some chests to reinsert coal back into the system. Not that I really need to worry about it. I've got fucking loads of it. Do I have that set up? I don't think I do. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay, I'm going to make a quick blueprint of all of this. Right down to the end. Don't need those bits, though. And you are going to be stamped right at the end. About there. Lovely. Put that in. The robots, yes, will be able to come in and put in the infrastructure for the belts and for the inserters. So I'm going to put in all of these furnaces. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful wave of bots. Alright, that should help to get us a lot more in the way of steel. Double our production, essentially. As long as the iron ore inputs are fine, everything should be good. And I think I'm going to have to start wrapping this episode up because I'm coming up on about an hour. Bloody hell. Always passes quicker than I expect, and I always get far less done than I intend to. But I'm not really coming into this series with any kind of end goal for what I want to do. I just kind of want to build a factory. That being said, I built, I've been saying in other videos as well, I've been building factories in my spare time that are all far superior to this one. But, it's just kind of a good showcase of, things, and I'm having fun working with it and having kind of like a little bit of a mini tutorial of explaining my understanding of various different things. And it's just nice to see this thing getting put together. Good old bots. Good old bots. Let's put some lights in. I think we're nearly at the point where we'll be producing a... Well, it's not going to be a full belt of steel. We'd need 5... We're going to need 5 of these to fully compress a belt of steel. So that's going to be a bugger. Imagine trying to get the iron input for that. I mean, eventually we will. It's just going to be a slow process. Getting some additional iron resources would be good. I think for this kind of minimal amount of materials that we're getting from a lot of these patches, I'm going to be having to mine absolutely everything, which is going to be a real bugger. Especially considering, like, I started this with the term of megabase in mind when I started the series, and it's really not in a position to hit that. Not by the standards of most Factorio players, and these days myself. Things have changed a hell of a lot. Especially in my understanding of the game. But I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, be sure to hit that subscribe button, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off.
Trapped within these walls, you left our souls to drip away. The ink decays, the walls are fade, but the reckoning has come today. You say, Boris has no guts, cause you replaced it with mechanical strength.
Right, don't pick up your desk. Oosh. It's getting a shakedown. Please don't be me. I can't deal with it this early in the morning.